So the Bears head coaching search is underway, and currently they are up to about 14 to 15 names that they're going to interview to determine who is going to become their next head coach. But 14 to 15 names? Really? Something is wrong there. Welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe, and I mentioned yesterday in my live stream that I feel like having 14 to 15 names that you want to interview for this head coach opening, it screams too much. Something is wrong with this process. So let's rewind. You fired Matt Eberflus back on the day after Thanksgiving, but we were calling for his head long before then, and he was on the decline long before the day that you actually fired him. So I have to believe that somebody in the organization had to know that you were going to fire him, if not that day, at least at the end of the season. So you had to have been coming up with a plan for who your next head coach will be long before the day you actually fired Flus, right? Right? So looking at this list of 14 to 15 names, right? We got Ben Johnson, of course, Aaron Glenn, Anthony Weaver, Drew Petzing, Mike Kafka, Brian Flores, Arthur Smith, Mike McCarthy, who, as I mentioned in my short yesterday, the Bears have actually been denied the request to interview him by the Cowboys, so that's not happening. Todd Monken, David Shaw, Mike Brable, who they're interviewing today, coincidentally, Joe Brady, Thomas Brown, who's going to get a courtesy interview. Calm down, y'all. He's not getting the job, but he is going to get a courtesy interview, as he should. And Pete Carroll, who is also interviewing, I think, tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, he's interviewing with the Bears. You're watching Bears Yard, your home of opinionated Chicago Bears talk, Monday through Friday, right here on YouTube. So if you don't want to miss an episode, hit that subscribe button. When you look at these 14 to 15 names, right, it's hard to find like a commonality between the 14 to 15 names. It shows me that the Bears don't know what they're looking for. At least that's how it looks on the outside. And I'm not the only one that has said this. My man Harrison Graham over at Bears Now also mentioned that it just looks like the Bears are disorganized and they don't know what they're looking for in their next head coach. My man KIEQ On The Mic over on his channel, he said the same thing. So a few of us in Bears creator land are wondering, what are the Bears doing with this many names? So according to a Bears Twitter leaker, Sam, who goes by Pose and Not Him on Twitter, who leaked Bears news recently, he says that the reason why this list is as large as it is because George McCaskey and Kevin Warren want an exhaustive search. So they want as many names as they can get on the list. However, this may be a ploy. It might be for show. See, we all know that the Chicago Bears need to absolutely nail this head coaching hire. You got Caleb Williams, the best quarterback the franchise has ever had, on a rookie contract, mind you. You have 3 draft picks in the top 41. You have $82 million in cap space. This head coach opening is probably the most attractive opening this coaching cycle. The Bears will never have a better opportunity than right now to land the absolute best head coach candidate that they can. So the Bears want to make sure that we know, me and you know, that they are trying their absolute hardest. But also according to Sam, Pose is not him, he says that Ryan Poles has a short list. Now, who's on that short list? We don't know, but I can almost guarantee you it's been reported from various people that Ben Johnson, Lions offensive coordinator, is at the very top of that short list. And according to Jeff Hughes, who runs the Bear blog, Ben Johnson is open to work with Ryan Poles, but he might want personnel control. So Ryan Poles is really going to have a good interview with Ben Johnson if they're going to land Ben Johnson, who you guys know I want very, very much. I think he's the best candidate for the job. Now, certain names on this list, like Mike Kafka, Jeff Hughes says that some of these interviews are being done as favors to people, and people shouldn't overreact about the Mike Kafka name being on the list because that's being done as a favor probably. And I'm pretty sure some of that is true. We know that the NFL is a boys' league, and they all do favors for each other and have each other back and different things like that. So even though Mike Kafka is not going to land the Bears job, you're doing him a solid by putting his name on the list and letting him go through the process anyway. But Ben Johnson, Mike Brable, as I've said time and time again, those are my top 2. But the New England Patriots have done something that is kind of crazy. They only fired their head coach Gerard Mayo 3 days ago, but yesterday they completed 2 interviews with Byron Leftwich and Pep Hamilton, who are both minority candidates. So 48 hours after the New England Patriots fired their head coach, they've already complied with the NFL Rooney Rule. And if you don't know what the Rooney Rule is, I'll just reiterate for you. Every team with a head coach opening must interview 2 external minority candidates that have to be minority or women. So the Patriots got that out of the way immediately. So the question is, why did the Patriots jump so quickly on getting those 2 interviews done? Well, they want Mike Vrabel, and that's what people around the league feel they want. So Mike Vrabel is actually interviewing with the Bears today, but tomorrow he's heading to New England to interview with them. And I would surmise that they're not going to let Mike Vrabel leave without having him sign a contract to be the next head coach. So even though the Bears are interviewing Vrabel today, I fully, and the rest of the NFL world, fully expect him to take that New England Patriots job by the end of the week. So that will eliminate Mike Vrabel from the Bears contention unless they just blow his socks off today, which again, I highly doubt. Also, the Raiders opening came open when they fired Antonio Pierce yesterday. So there's some thoughts that Vrabel could go there. But again, Robert Kraft is moving very fast because he wants Mike Vrabel. And I don't think Tom Brady being a minority owner of the Raiders is going to change the fact that the Patriots are going to land Mike Vrabel. Which brings us back to the Bears. Ben Johnson has got to be it. Bear fans, how do you feel about this list? Who are your favorite names on the list? Do you feel like the Bears are just doing this for optics, or do you feel like some of us feel that the Bears might be confused as to what they're looking for in their next head coach? Drop a comment, and if you want more opinionated Bears chat, video right there.